is there any correlation between being interested in law and being interested in influencing the development of history or the nature of society?
I think that a legal education does give you a way of thinking that is that helps you manifest things, that helps you create things, right? There's plenty of creative people who, have no interest in law or legal education. But when you see how law itself creates a sort of foundation of society, in the same way that mathematics in the Platonic realm creates the foundation of all evolving matter, law creates in some ways the foundation of evolving societies. And when you understand that substrate and you see how you begin to kind of intuit and appreciate how law is enacting the social structures that we use and take for granted, one of the things I learned in law school from a critical theory professor, who was one of the few in the school where I went, their phrase was "law is frozen violence," right? And you can imagine that coming out of a critical theorist, right? So the idea is that there was violence, and until the state got a monopoly on violence and could force you by sending the cops, then the law kind of brought an end to the violence where, if you had a dispute, you duked it out with somebody. And so in some ways, it freezes that violent process by giving a monopoly on it to the state. But more importantly, I would say that legal education gives you a way of thinking about society that shows you how it can be changed, shows you how malleable it is, and how activism, especially backed by law, especially in the modern and postmodern periods that we record in our history, that this understanding of the law orients you to being a change agent and gives you the power to be effective at doing that. But it's certainly not exclusive. There are many certainly people who are trained in philosophy or the classics or medicine or any professional education can develop your mind. It's kind of a chicken and an egg in the sense that people who are attracted to go to law school are a certain type, right? Not entirely. I mean, there are many different types that go to law schools, but it does select for a certain cast of person, and that cast, the selection of people who want to study law are already people who are kind of ambitious politically or want to make social change or otherwise be part of the power structure.